Crystal, how did you spend your Earth Hour?
I didn't even know Earth Hour existed, to be honest with you, but I support anything that gives me an opportunity to spend time thinking about all the reasons I'm better than everyone else.
That's nice.
You know, I don't know how you could object to that, really.
Well, when you put it that way, I think you're absolutely right. You're right. Jim, how about you? Did you do anything for your Earth Hour?
I don't acknowledge it. This is a fad that I'm going to ignore, not unlike condoms and exercise.
Yes. It's like condoms and exercise combined.
Yeah, it really
Yes,
is.
It's constraining and sweaty.
And a big boo
And
from
a
me.
big boo. Jedediah, how about you? How was your Earth Hour?
You know, I totally forgot about it, but what we should have done is gone over to Al Gore's house, because you know that place was lit up like a Christmas tree. You just know it.
Carbon offsets.
Yes.
That makes up for everything.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go. Billy, your life is like a Earth Hour.
Thanks to an ongoing dispute with Con Ed, I've been celebrating Earth Hour for the past 3 weeks, Greg.
Yeah.
Yes, as well as an ongoing dispute with my heat. The only thing that was lit was me.
Yes.
Because, you know, malt liquor, you don't need any battery for that.
I seem to remember you calling to have all your utilities canceled during the summer.
I canceled my gas because I don't cook. And America, if you're looking to save some money, you should consider doing it. I save about $5 a month.
Really?
Yes,
Really? You don't?
I do.
That's like me canceling Showtime. But it's something
I
you need.
use my microwave only. Thank you, Hot Pockets. And I never use my oven, so get rid of the gas. It's a money saver.
I think Earth Hour is important now that I've rethought it, Greg. And I think
You're welcome.
Turning the lights off for an hour helps a lot,
Yeah.
especially considering that the Earth has been going around a star for 5 billion years that's lighting it. You know,
Yes, that's
those
true.
little extra light bulbs are really killing us. We really are dumb.
You know what this reminds me of, though? When something bad happens, have you noticed on Twitter, they will tweet something, and what happens is people retweet. Somebody put out a tweet that says to send money to Red Cross, do this. So people retweet that, and that to them is the charity.
Right.
It's like,
They don't actually give
they don't
themselves.
actually give,
Yeah.
they'll just
They just feel
retweet
good
it.
that other
That's
people
I
might.
can get behind.
Because it's the same kind of feeling you get when you do something like this. It's kind of like thinking about it, you don't know, you're not really doing anything.
Like I spread the message and I did my part.
Exactly. Retweet. All right, we must move
Gotta
on.
retweet that later on.
You should. Coming up, Jake Gyllenhaal is dead. Tired of being confused for his sister Maggie. But first, it may be the most outrageous story of the year. Or at least in the next 4 minutes. Either way, put on your outrage bib because we're spooning outrage your way next. They've taken the egg out of the egg roll. Yep, the White House has just announced that this year's egg roll on the front lawn will be more environmentally friendly than ever. Meaning the egg packaging made from earth-friendly dye can now be recycled. But more important, the actual eggs will no longer come from birds. Yes, they will come from people. No, they will be made of wood. The trees must be thrilled. Regardless, the earthy eggs will be stamped with the President and First Lady's signature and given to children 12 years old and younger who attend this commie rally on April 25th. So will any of this crap actually do anything for the planet? Well, when you figure in the transportation needed to truck in those brats for the event and all the goodies needed to feed them, and then there's the paper needed for the invitations, my guess is yes, of course it helps. As long as you feel good, or at least as good as Dancing Carl. What up, Dancing Carl? Yeah, I think that answers that, right?
It does.
Yeah, it does. That's why he's in such great shape. It's all that dancing, Jim. Jim, at what point during the story did you want to vomit?
Greg, I feel good about this one.
Yes.
Promoting health and good things is what we should be doing.
You're right.
Does everything have to be a message?
Yeah.
Can't these little dopes just roll eggs for a few minutes in front of the president's house and go home?
Yeah,
What
but
are you going to promote next year? Egg white for a good heart health?
I'd say because
heart
you're
health. I was going to say heart health. I said heart health. We'll sweeten that in post.
But it's the White House is also worried about critics on the other side saying, you talk about exercise, and there they are chasing cholesterol-laden eggs, right? So they have to do this, don't they?
Well, I personally think that all of the eggs should be stamped with each of those children's personal share of the national debt. $124,000. No more free welfare eggs. these kids need to learn the hard way.
They need to scrub the White House for their eggs.
Right. There
That's
you
what they
go.
have to do.
That's
Tie
right.
in the work ethic with, those eggs. Somebody made those eggs. Those eggs aren't free, people. You take those eggs from somebody else who actually did that work.
Yes,
Jedediah, this is a horrible thing. Are we sure this story is real?
I'm not sure. I'm just wondering what happens when somebody gets a splinter from one of these wooden eggs, because that's what I'm thinking about. I'm concerned for the general welfare of the population, and that's just problematic. Also, like we were talking about before with the Easter egg hunts, where's the hunt?
Yeah.
Where's the money? Where's the chocolate? Where's the fun?
Well, it's true. Is Easter egg roll like an East Coast thing? I've never had an Easter egg roll.
No.
In fairness, there was also a roll under previous Republican administrations too. So this is not just a Democratic egg roll takeover.
Yeah.
We'll
How do
fix
you know?
that in edit. Test pattern. Lay it on the draw, crew.
Yes. Bill, you have an Easter egg hunt, but instead it's an alley, and instead of eggs, it's bags of heroin, and you're the only one playing.
Well, in the heroin community, we call them eggs.
Yeah.
Sort of like cocaine blow. At first, it does seems weird. I don't really get why you get upset about it. I mean, the wooden thing, the wooden eggs seem like a nice memento. And let's not forget, this is about Jesus rising from the dead, not about some sort of little rodent that craps out eggs. Let's remember the real message here. And Jesus was our first environmentalist. He walked everywhere. He wore sandals. He wore some sort of, omnipresent dress that I'm sure he never washed.
Bill, I'm going to cut you off before you go step over the line.
And you
Jedediah?
can't
He
have
was
chocolate.
green.
You can't have
chocolate because Michelle Obama. Now that's not Let's Move.
the only thing that bugs me is I love when I was a kid. It's the plastic egg that you opened up.
Yeah.
Did you have a childhood,
We had
Jim?
real
I
eggs.
certainly did. Greg, I was the king of the Easter egg hunt in my house.
Really?
I would always find the one at the light. My father would go, "You're missing one," and he'd look up and I'd go,
I love the noise you make.
and he'd punch me in the chest for missing it.
You're reliving that experience. I can see it.
But you'd open up the egg and there'd just be about an ounce and a half of brandy.
Yes, there would be. My father would say, "Drink it, you little punk. Drink it, you little mistake."
It's a little shot glass. Think about it. A little shot glass.
Yeah, that's the way it should be. If I were president, it would be shot glasses.
Exactly.
All right.
I think we're all just happy I recovered from heart health.
Yes.
Before that was a humiliation. We weren't sure if I did.
Well, now that you brought it back, we can think about it some more.
Let's all do that.
All right. Let's take a break. Do you have a comment on the show? Email us. It's red@foxnews.com. And to leave a voicemail, my direct line, call 212-462-5050. Still to come, the halftime report from TV's Andy Levy. He's an egg, a bad egg. Hate him.
Tonight's halftime report is sponsored by raccoons, those carnivorous North American mammals with grayish fur, black mask-like facial markings, and a black ringed bushy tail. Thanks, raccoons.